and welcome to this video. We will be talking about the operators that are used in Python. What are operators? Operators are special symbols which are used to carry out specific tasks or computational operations. These are used to carry these operations out upon variables or values. There are specific operators for specific types of operations like arithmetic operations, logical operations, etc. Let's take a look at all of the types of operators which are used in Python. Arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational or comparison operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, identity operators, and membership operators. Now, let's take a closer look at the types of operators which you will frequently use while writing your programs. Arithmetic operators. These are all the arithmetic operators which are used in Python. As the name already suggests, these are used to carry out arithmetic operations upon values and variables. The addition operator is used to add two variables or values. So as you can see in the example, you can use the plus operator to add 5 and 4 to get the value 9. The subtraction operator is used to subtract two variables or values. As you can see in the example, you can use the minus operator to subtract 4 from 5 to get the value 1. The multiplication operator is used to multiply two variables or values. Use it between the two values as shown in the example to get the value 2, which is what you get when you multiply 5 and 4. The division operator, marked by a single forward slash, will divide the left value by the right hand value. As you can see in the example, when you divide 5 by 4, you will get 1.25. Mind you that the division operator can result in floating point numbers such as given in the example. The modulus operator is used to return the remainder left after you divide two values. For example, when you divide 5 and 4, the remainder is 1, which is what you get when you do the modulus of 5 and 4 as shown in the example. The exponential operator is used to raise the value of the left-hand operand by the right-hand value. So as shown in the example, when you do 10 exponent 2, you'll get 100, which is the value of 10 raised to the power 2. The floor division operator is marked by two forward slashes. Now, this type of division results in the rounded off value of the result to the lowest integer. For example, when you do the floor division of 5 and 4, you'll usually get 1.25, right? Which is the value which you get from normal division. Now, floor division will round off this value to the lowest near integer, which is 1. Assignment operators. We know from a previous video that the equal sign is simply used to assign a value to a variable. As shown in the example, you can use it to assign the value 5 to A and 4 to B. Now, you can also use the shorthand form of all the arithmetic operators to directly assign the values to the left-hand variable. As you can see in the shorthand add operator, you can use a plus sign followed by an equal sign to add the values of 5 and 4, which is the value of A and B, and this will subsequently be stored in A, which is the left-hand variable. As you can see in the shorthand subtract operator, you can use A minus equals B to subtract the value of 4 from 5, and subsequently the value will be stored in the left-hand variable, which is A. So the result of A will be 1. Similarly, shorthand multiply can be used to multiply the two variables A and B, and the result, which is 5 into 4 equals 20, will be stored in the left-hand variable, which is A. You can use the shorthand division operator to do the division of A and B, and subsequently the value, which is 1.25, will be stored in the left-hand variable, which is a. You can use the shorthand modulus operator to store the remainder left after division and get the value assigned to the left-hand variable. So if you do a mod equals b, you'll get the value 1 inside a. If you do the shorthand exponent operator, you can raise the value of a to the value of b, and the subsequent result will be stored in a, as a is the left-hand operator. You can also use the shorthand floor division operator to do the floor division of a and b, which will result in 1, and this will be stored in the left-hand variable, which is a. Relational or comparison operators. Now, these operators are simply used to compare two variables or values and will result in a Boolean result, which is true value or false. Now we are going to assume the value of a as 5 and b as 4 in the respective examples. The equality operator, it is marked by two equal signs. This will simply check if the two values of variables that you have passed are equal to each other or not. So for example, if you do a equals b, in this case it will result in false because the value of a is 5, b is 4, and hence they are not equal to each other. The not equals operator is marked by an exclamation mark followed by an equal sign. So in the example, you can see it is simply checking if a is not equal to b. As you can see that 5 is obviously not equal to 4, and hence the result is true. The greater than operator simply checks if the left-hand variable is greater than the right-hand variable. In this case, we are going to check if a is greater than b, which means we are checking if 5 is greater than 4, which is true. So we get the result true. The less than operator simply checks if the left-hand variable value is less than the right-hand variable value. So in this case, what we are essentially checking is if 5 is less than 4, which is obviously false. Hence, we get the result false. The greater than or equal to operator simply checks if the left-hand variable value is greater than or equal to the right-hand variable value. 5 is greater than or equal to 4, which is true, and similarly, the less than or equal to operator will check if the left-hand variable value is less than or equal to the right-hand variable value, which in this case is false because 5 is not less than or equal to 4. Logical operators. The three logical operators used in Python are not, and or. The logical not operator is used to simply reverse the state of the answer. What do we mean by this? Let's look at the example. We are doing the not of 5 greater than 4. So we know from the previous type of operator, which is relational operators, that the greater than sign will simply check if the left-hand variable value is greater than the right-hand value and return a Boolean expression subsequently. We are checking if 5 is greater than 4. Now we know that 5 is greater than 4, so the result would be true. But we have also passed a not value before this expression, and we know that not will reverse the state of the answer. So the not of true would be false. The logical AND operator returns the true value when all the past statements or conditions are true. Let's look at the example. We say 2 less than 5 and 2 less than 6. So the two conditions here are 2 less than 5 and 2 less than 6. Now both of these conditions, 2 less than 5 and 2 less than 6, are true. Hence, the result will be true. The logical OR operator returns the value true if any one of the past statements or conditions result in a true value. So in the example, the two conditions are 2 less than 5 and 2 less than 1. And there is the logical OR operator in between. Now we know that the first condition 2 less than 5 is true. But if you see the second condition 2 less than 1 is false. But as we are using the logical OR operator and the first condition is true, as I said, even if one of the conditions become true, the logical OR operator will return the value true. Hence, we get the value true in the result. Now, when we have an expression like this, you should remember that the operator here is obviously the plus sign or the addition operator, and the variables which are used to do this summation or arithmetic operation are known as operands. So when you do any sort of operation using operators, the variables that you are operating upon are known as operands. So this was all for this video, and I will see you in the next one.